Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the Thrones of Decay. Today, my friends, we're here with Grand Cathay versus the Dwarves here on the Cliff of Beasts, and it is going to be a battle of technology and innovation. So for the forces of the Dowie, it is going to be the new Thunderbarge, which in my opinion is one of the most overpowered units I've ever seen. This thing is disgusting. So basically, it costs 2,800 gold. It has two cannons mounted on the front, which are going to be shooting basically non-stop and do a ton of damage. On top of that, it also has a Thunderer crew, so you can see here it kind of has a bunch of Dowie Thunders sitting, and they're just going to be shooting nonstop at anything on the broadsides. And on top of that, it perpetually drops bombs at anything underneath it. So you just kind of fly it over, and it's going to be able to do some serious damage. It is really, really gross. It has a harpoon on the front, so you can shoot a harpoon to take down big monstrous units or whatever you want, but mainly it's against large things like dragons or, Cathay blimps or Satang, whatever. It's going to be great against all of those. And it does also have the Thunder Burner. So this gives it a huge speed increase at the cost of HP. But honestly, you should probably, maybe double the amount of damage. This thing is, you guys are going to see it. It's going to be a scourge. And I can foresee it maybe being banned from events as well. But for the Dowie army here, it's going to be bolt throwers. So it looks like the dwarves are going to be attempting to try and take down the Cathay artillery, which will then be opening up the overpowered blimp to terminate the rest of the army. Because Cathay in many ways has really good answers against the blimp. The Grand Cannon, we also have a Satang over here. There's going to be a couple units of Crowmen and the Dragon himself. So there are good answers, but if those cannons get taken down, the blimp is going to be able to feast like the heathen kings of old. So bolt throwers here, there are going to be 4 in total, with Malachi Mycosson, so the new dwarf legendary lord here. He's a pretty good support character. He's got really good long-range shooting at 200 range. On top of that, he can heal and buff your, heal and replenish the ammo of your gyrocopters, of your artillery. And I can see this being really disgusting in land battle, right? You drop this on that blimp or even on like a gyro bomber and replenish its ammo, very cost effective. But more importantly, it's going to be healing that huge 12,000 HP blimp for, almost 20% of its HP. That is nuts. So we do have the Cinderblast bomb here and the deranged munitions, which is also going to be buffing the ammunition or the damage of nearby units. Slayer Pirates are going to be out on the flanks for the Dowie, and these things are pretty rad. I think they're going to be very meta in a lot of matchups as well. They're respectable fighters, but, in domination mode, for example, they can rush on objectives pretty quickly with 40 speed. They have hard-hitting armor-piercing shooting, which actually is really, really impactful. A little bit low in the ammo department, but Master Engineers do have the replenishability, so if you kind of team them up, the Master Engineer can replenish their ammo, he can replenish the ammo of the Thunderbarge. It's pretty good. And the last new unit here for the Dowie is going to be the Doomseekers. So Doomseekers, not only do they have glorious haircuts, dude, this is my favorite. This is what I want to look like when I'm like 60. But yeah, they're the Terminators. They're very much like Bladesingers. They hit super hard. They have hard armor piercing. A little bit on the squishier end against like shooting. So if Cathay brought something like archers, they would suffer. But yeah, these things just do work. Also, I would say like shock cavalry will be effective against them. They don't have an anti-large bonus, so that shock cavalry will, hurt in sustained fighting and can pull back. But yeah, absolute murder hobos. These guys do a ton of damage. Like if they surround your characters, they can probably drag them down pretty good. And for Grand Cathay here, Jade Warriors in the front, pretty much a degenerate land battle build. You have the cannons to control, you have the blimp to clear infantry, Satang to help snipe artillery and win the artillery duel. And it is going to be Yuan Bow here for our Cathay player. Spears and Jade Warriors in the front, the harmony is going, and now the Grand Cannons are going to be singing into the poor Dowie bolt throwers. So the bolt throwers are less range. Malachi actually has a really cool ability. Not really being utilized here by the dwarf player, but basically he does extend the range. So he's going to be extending the range of the cannons by 10%. I can't remember which one. Yeah, the Eyes of Grungni. So you can make a great cannon have like almost 50 more range, which is very pertinent in a lot of situations. But so far, Grand Cathay is winning the artillery duel against the dwarves. One bolt thrower is going to be sent to the Shadow Realm, but now that the bolt throwers are in range, you're going to see them return fire. And bolt throwers, when they do get in range, are very effective at sniping down things like cannons. In the meantime, the Thunderbarge is going to be hiding in the back and just waiting for the artillery duel to commence. And now moving up, probably going to be trying to bait some cannon fire, maybe let the bolt throwers do their thing. We'll have to see. And it looks like the Dowie player has moved up the Master Engineers, and the Master Engineers are going to be shooting into Satang the Watcher. And they hit hard. They have 300 weapon strength and also do have 180 range, so very similar to Malachi. So all 3 of those characters are shooting, which I really like that combo. We have Malachi, the 2 Master Engineers shooting. Slayer Pirates tried to flank, it looks like, but the Cathay player doing an excellent job of moving the Jade Warriors up as well as the Crowmen. And Crowmen will probably tear apart Slayer Pirates. And yeah, they only have 28 melee defense. Crowmen hit really, really hard. And yeah, the fight is going to be on. So here it comes. Slayer Pirates attacked as the Crows of Grand Cathay descend, showing that they're incredibly strong. But the Slayer Pirates are not going to take any shit. They're going to move in there and fight. And the Dwarves are going to be responding with the Flash Bomb, which lowers their melee defense down to 8, and they are turning on him. Now here comes the dreaded Thunderbarge. The Thunderburner's active, and the broadside shooting is now in full effect. The cannons are also going to be blasting away. You can see the cannons shooting sideways at the Crowmen here. And now the Grand Cathay army is going to get attacked pretty heavily. In response, Grand Cathay shooting its cannons, trying to finish off the bolt throwers. Doomseekers in the back, hanging out, getting hit by the junk, it would appear. And Yuan Bo's coming in, one of the better duelists in the game. He will definitely annihilate Malachi in combat. Malachi in huge danger here as Yuan Bo, the Jade Dragon, runs in. Malachi, you know, he's a little bit tunnel visioned here. He's not looking around him, trying to take down Say-Tank the Watcher with his shooting. And now is going to be fleeing, but it's probably a little bit too late. Yuan Bo, the executioner of the Dragon Emperor, does have a net and is going to be doing some unholy beatings. The Dwarf player in response is going to be calling out the Doomseekers, which were defending the artillery in the back, and the Doomseeker is going to be moving in to try and nibble down at Yuan Bo. The Dragon's Fang active, Executioner is on, and man, Malachi is getting smashed, and even though he's a tough slayer with respectable combat stats, you know, there are levels to this. He's not a duelist character, he's a mechanical kind of support character. But in the meantime, the blimp is just being a scourge. It's flying over the army here. And look at that. Even when it's being attacked by flying units, oh, that's so cool. The Thunderers are just blasting the Crowmen. Oh, wow. That is incredible. And now it's going to be fleeing the scene, picking off pretty much the things that can threaten it. And it looks like both Grand Cathay cannons are down. So this is going to be very problematic. Balance of power is pretty even right now. You can see Grand Cathay is up a little bit here. As Say-Tank the Watcher is going to be ripping shots downtown, shooting into the old bolt thrower. Yes, I'm not sure. I think that's what he's actually shooting. And man, Malachi just barely getting away, using the dreaded Slayer speed. And the Master Engineer helping the homie out. So the Master Engineer for the Dwarves over here did lock down Yuan Bo with the Flash Bomb. His speed is going to be 18, and the Doomseekers are going to continue hunting him down and will really do good damage. I mean, they are no joke whatsoever. The blimp continues to circle, dropping those sweet broadside shots, accelerating here. And yeah, the Afterburner doesn't seem to do too much damage to it. The Crowmen, though they try their best, they're getting dunked on. Look at the bombardments. As it flies over units, if they're in the kill box, it would appear that, yeah, it drops the bombardments. This one's going to miss, but you'll see it drop into the bomb here in a second. Crowmen being taken out by the, I don't know if the rotor blades actually do damage. That'd be really funny, but it looks like they're unstable and crumbling. And the blimp is just causing massive havoc. Currently up to 2,400 value, which is disgusting. And oh, I think the Moby Dick harpoon is coming. It does have the giant harpoon, and look at that, just mowing down these Jade Warriors. And here it comes, the harpoon of the gods. Say-Tank sitting at 1,400 HP. I think that, oh, there's the harpoon! Oh my god, it shoots out of the top of the Thunderbarge right there, and Say-Tank just got harpooned. Oh my goodness, this unit is just so, it should cost like 4,000 gold. It's at 3,000 right now, and it has plenty of life left in it. You can see the bounce power is looking really bad for Grand Cathay. The Dwarves still have access to a couple of Dwarf Warriors, a full health unit of Doomseekers, 2 Master Engineers. Malachi did get taken out, it would appear. Yuan Bo's on his way back in, but the Bolt Thrower is going to be able to, you know, bop him in the face a little bit. And the Master Engineers plus the Blimp would probably easily be able to take him down. And it's Thunderbarge in time. Thunderbarge is going to be eclipsing 3,500 value here, as it certainly paid for itself. The Doomseekers, just absolute slaughterers here. It looks like they tore apart these Jade Warriors pretty hard. So certainly a rough one for the old Cathay, that's for sure. As the Jade Warriors do pay the troll toll. Doomseekers sitting at about 800 value. They're expensive. They cost over 1,000 gold. I think it's like 1,250 or 1,350. So yeah, they're very pricey. They're like Blade Singers, but unbreakable, but also a little bit more vulnerable. You can see they have the Wards of Grimnir. Oh, so there's a new gauge where you can see the intensity of abilities. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I do like that. Balance of power, though, pretty brutal for old Grand Cathay as the dreaded Thunderbarge, and certainly living up to its name, very dreaded, is going to be broadsiding the Sky Junk and just continues farming value, 3,600. The Thunders are getting big value, the bombardments do very well, the cannons it has, and the Harpoon, I think, is my favorite thing. That was really, really funny. But yeah, gonna be GG well played. The Blimp is just gonna rout the entire Cathay army, basically, and that's it. Innovation is in the favor of the Dwarves this day. And yeah, they did pretty good work. You can see Malachi at 1,000. Engineers held their own. They slowed. Doomseekers did good. Blimp is just disgusting. 4,300 value. And yeah, the Bolt Throwers, they seem to accomplish their mission, which appeared to be to take out the cannons and do some work, right? This is just, you know, the classic degenerate Cathay land battle action, but it was taken down by the even more egregious Blimp. But hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the Harpoon. I think that was a lot of fun. We'll be back with more replay soon, and GG, well played.